Well, the left celebrating this week when New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed what they deemed to be a historic pro-abortion bill.
Years passed new legislation to protect a woman's right to an abortion.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a new bill that will strengthen abortion rights. The governor tweeted the Reproductive Health Care Act will protect Roe v. Wade regardless of what the federal government does. He called it a victory for all New Yorkers. The state also passed a bill this week banning conversion therapy for LGBTQ minors.
Why is the governor of New York, Cuomo, suddenly coming out with the most extreme abortion law you could possibly imagine, that women can kill the baby all the way to birth?
Today, after a long wait, lawmakers in Albany moved to strengthen abortion rights in New York.
Abortion is a medical procedure. It is not a crime.
Mike Pence is also very anti-choice. He thinks abortion is murder, which, first of all, don't knock it till you try it. And when you do try it, really knock it. You know, you got to get that baby out of there. You got to get that baby out of there. And yeah, sure, you can groan all you want. I know a lot of you are very anti-abortion, unless it's the one you got for your secret mistress. It's fun how values can waver. But good for you.
Dr. Levatino, we'll begin with you. Welcome.
Thank you, Chairman and members of the committee. I only have 5 minutes, so I'm going to get right to it. Second trimester D&E abortions performed between roughly 14 and 24 weeks of gestation. Your patient today is 17 years old. She's 22 weeks pregnant. Her baby is the length of your hand plus a couple of inches. And she's been feeling her baby kick for the last several weeks, but she's asleep on an operating room table. You walk into that operating room scrubbed and gowned, and after removing laminaria, you introduce a suction catheter into the uterus. This is a 14 French suction catheter. If she were 12 weeks pregnant or less, basically the width of your hand or smaller, you could basically do the entire procedure with this. But babies this big don't fit through catheters this size. After suctioning the amniotic fluid out from around the baby, you introduce an instrument called a Sofer clamp. It's about 13 inches long. It's made of stainless steel. The business end of this clamp is about 2.5 inches long and a half-inch wide. There are rows of sharp teeth. This is a grasping instrument. When it gets a hold of something, it does not let go. A D&E procedure is a blind abortion, so picture yourself introducing this and grabbing anything you can blindly and pull, and I do mean hard, and out pops a leg about that big, which you put down on the table next to you. Reach in again, pull out an arm about the same length, which you put down on the table next to you, and use this instrument again and again to tear out the spine, the intestines, the heart and lungs. Head on the baby that size is about the size of a large plum. Can't see it, but you pretty good idea you've got it if you've got your instrument around something and your fingers are spread about as far as they go. You know you did it right if you crush down on the instrument and white material runs out of the cervix. That was the baby's brains. Then you could pull out skull pieces. And you have a day like I had a lot of times. Sometimes a little face comes back and stares back at you. Congratulations, you just successfully performed a second trimester D&E abortion. You just affirmed her right to choose.
I fiercely believe, as I said more than 2 decades ago, that human rights are women's rights and women's rights are human rights.
Hillary Clinton standing with Governor Cuomo on stage at Barnard College as they push the Reproductive Health Act. This would codify Roe v. Wade into New York state law.
We have said we're going to pass it in 30 days. I believe we're going to pass it in 30 days. And just so there's no ambiguity, we do the budget in April. I will not pass a budget until the Reproductive Health Act and the Contraceptive Care Act are passed, period.
For years, a Republican-led Senate has stopped Democrats from changing the state's abortion law. But Democrats just won the majority.
And I am sure we are both going to do it. And we know that the governor's going to sign it.
And healthcare professionals don't have to be the one. A doctor doesn't have to be the one that is even performing it. And any reason goes. Why would Governor Cuomo do that?
Well, are you alleging it's not just because he's so in favor of women's right to choose their own reproductive situation?
I am suggesting
You
that.
are suggesting
Yes,
that?
I am suggesting that.
Because that's what I thought. I thought it was just he loves
well,
women so much.
Yeah, and they celebrated this as a huge victory. They lit up the sky of New York with pink so they could celebrate this huge victory. Now, it is so unpopular with the American people. It is the fringe of the fringe. It's way beyond anything that anybody has ever proposed, way beyond France, way beyond Europe. We are on the cutting edge in New York of death.
What do you see as the biggest challenges in conservation?
The growing human population. Because where we are, there's nothing else.
And do you have views about what should be done about that?
Not your guess.
Well, it could be on a spectrum from mass sterilisation to greater availability of contraception. I don't know what your views are as to what can be done about it.
Well, I think it might be described as voluntary family limitation. It might be described as voluntary family limitation.
In my lifetime, we have seen global wildlife populations decline by over half. Africa's rapidly growing human population is predicted to more than double by 2050, a staggering increase of 3.5 million more people per month. Urbanization, infrastructure, development, cultivation, all good things in themselves. But they will have a terrible impact unless we begin to plan and to take measures now.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. That's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
I moved to New York 6 years ago. I'm from Barcelona. I didn't have any specific goal. And I shared an apartment with 2 more people. I'm a waitress right now and a manager at the restaurant. My shifts are at night. And then after work, I would go out with my friends and have drinks. So I was living like a single woman life in New York. Pretty fun. I had a boyfriend. We didn't live together, but I did have a boyfriend. One day, I realized I didn't get my period. I felt a little dizzy, so I thought I would take a test just to make sure that everything was fine. I ended up taking 4 tests. And then I called a friend and I told her, look, I'm in trouble. I think this is happening. So she told me, okay, we need to make sure, so maybe we have to go to a doctor or something. I don't have a health insurance. So I found this one, 45th Street and 6th Avenue in Manhattan. And I'm like, what? That's Times Square. So it's gonna be a good place, I'm sure. So I went there following morning with my friend from Spain. And that's when they took another test. And it was the 5th positive test. And from the last one, like, okay, yes, you are pregnant. How much more you need to know?
I think what makes Civil special is that this is a place that people can come and get away from the noise for a little bit. Living in the city, you're constantly bombarded. How we phrase it is standing in the gap, giving people a place and space to process. Stop trying to come up with a quick solution to what is viewed as a problem. So focus on the family, bought our ultrasound machine, and that's made a huge difference.
Since I remember, I always thought that I would never have an abortion. I thought I would never consider abortion, but there was a tiny moment I had to consider that just because I was so scared. What if I can? What if I have to take this? Oh, sorry. So there was just one moment, one small one, very small one, that I thought maybe I can. But then this is how I met Abel. The moment I met Abel, Meredith, the first woman I met there, and I told her, I said, look, I really want this baby, but I don't know if I can have this baby.
New York City can be very lonely, especially because a lot of people are transient. A lot of people don't grow up here, so they come here for school or for a job, and they don't have any family here. They just have their roommates or their partners, co-workers, things like that, and sometimes they can't even tell anyone that they're pregnant. Avail is probably one of the only places in New York that a woman can get a free ultrasound in her earlier phase of pregnancy within the first trimester and not have to commit to something either way. And I think for a lot of women, that's very empowering, and like being able to give them information but not making them feel pressured towards one way or another. And so by having that ultrasound, it counteracts this false message of, oh, it's just a blob of tissue, oh, it's just your missed period, which is completely unscientific. And I think something that the pro-life community can definitely benefit from is being able to present the evidence. And so that woman feels empowered by her own choice, saying, look, I've looked at all the facts. This is what fetal development looks like, and these are my own wants and desires and instincts in this situation.
I want to make sure that everything is clear, that my tiny little moment that I thought I would terminate this pregnancy was before I saw the ultrasound. That needs to be very clear. So all these thoughts were before I saw the sonogram. The moment I saw that heartbeat, changed everything. Everything. That was life. And that was her. Sorry. That sonogram made real that my daughter was there. So I had my positive pregnancy tests. Yes, and you can think, but you don't feel anything. I didn't feel anything until I was like 20 weeks pregnant. So you don't feel that there's life in there. But seeing a heartbeat, and that's inside you, you can almost feel the heartbeat inside. So that was real. That made me think, I'm a mom and I need to give life to this. And that's how everything changed.
One more question, Dr. Levatino. Why did you end your practice of doing abortions?
You know, after over 1,200 abortions, first and second trimester up to 24 weeks and all the rest of it, and being very dedicated to it, for the first time in my life, I really looked at that pile of body parts on the side of the table. And I didn't see her wonderful right to choose, and I didn't see all the money I just made. All I could see was somebody's son or daughter. And I stopped doing late-term abortions after that, and several months later stopped doing all abortions.
Thank you.
Hi, Mommy. Let me introduce myself. I am 3'4", 7" long. I have all of my organs, and my heart started beating today. I am alive. Mommy, today I learned to suck my thumb. If you can see me, you can definitely tell that I was a baby. I'm very cute. I'm not big enough to survive outside my home. That's okay. I feel safe in here. You know what, Mommy? I'm a girl. I hope that makes you happy. I always want to make you happy. I started hearing today. You sound so sad. I don't like it when you're sad. It makes me sad too. I cry with you even though you can't hear. My favorite is the kick, then slide back to the bottom. I would really enjoy kissing your cheek right now. You went to the doctor today. He lied to you. He called me a blob of cells and said I was not a baby. I am alive. I am a baby. Mommy, you're a baby. I think and feel. Mommy, what is an abortion? I can hear the doctor again. I don't like him. He seems cold and heartless. He definitely doesn't have your sense of humor. That's new. What is that? Something is poking into my home. The doctor calls it a needle. Mommy, what is that? It burns. Please make him stop. I can't get away from it. It hurts. Mommy, don't you want me? Please help me. The man in the bright clothes told me about abortion. Why didn't you want me, Mommy? The nice man picked me up and he told me all day today. It's as if he created me. He is very warm and cozy. He said to tell you he loves you and hopes you ask him for forgiveness. I think you two will be great friends. I miss you, Mommy. Because of abortion, my eyes will never see your face. My arms will never give you a hug. My legs will never dance to a tune that you're playing. My lips will never kiss you on a cheek. My mouth will never whisper, I love you. My fingers will never be wrapped in your hand. My nose will never snort at your funny jokes. My little heart will never feel your smile of approval. Because of abortion, we missed each other.
Thank you for watching Thoughts Camera Action. Before you go anywhere, don't forget to click subscribe.